This screencast is to help teachers navigate Google Classroom, create new classes, assign assignments to their students, and post announcements. If you have not already done so, go up to the plus sign and you can click Create Class. Some classes may have been created for you, but you can create a new class with your name and your sections. Choose a name for your class. If you have a section, you can specify it here, and then click Create. This will create a new class for you, which you then can later send to your students. Up here, this will tell you the name of your class that you just created, and you are the current teacher in that class. This photo in the background can always be changed by either selecting a new theme or uploading your photo. This is just a default photo that was chosen for you. Down here, you will see what will become your stream of assignments and announcements. In order to create your class, your students will need to join. Down here on the left, you will see a code to send to your students. Use this code to post for your students or hand out to your students so that they can join this specific class. Each code is specific to each class that you create. When you're on your Stream tab, you can click this plus sign in the lower right-hand corner to either create an announcement or an assignment for your students. An announcement simply tells them something that they need to know. For instance, remember, your permission slip is due tomorrow. With announcements, you have the option to attach a file from your computer, from your drive, embed a YouTube video, or a link. When you're ready to post it, you can click Post. You can also save it as a draft later or post now. Google Classroom is instantaneous, so once you post now, it will instantly post for your class to see. Your students will see this the same way, with it written as an announcement, your name, and the announcement. To assign an assignment to your students, you would do the same process. Go down to the plus sign, click Create Assignment. So you might have an assignment due, types of motion. You can title it in the top one. If you need a description, you can go down to the second one. This will come up as subtext as a description. Google Classroom gives you the option to set a due date for your assignment. If you don't want a due date and just have students do it whenever, you can uncheck the due date and time. This will not set a due date to make it late. Or if you want your assignment by a certain point, you can keep this checked, choose the date that you want the assignment to be due, an optional time, so if you want it by lunchtime or by the end of third period, you can also select a certain time, and then click Save. If you have more than one class who will be doing the same assignment, click on this drop-down menu and click each class that it applies to. So if you want it to go to another class as well, check that box or keep it checked for just that one class. Again, this will post instantly, so you can click Assign, and then it will show up in the feed for your students. Over here on the right, it will tell you when it is due, and since we set a due date, it will also give you how many students have completed it and how many students have not. If your students complete it after the due date, it will also show up as late. Now, say you want to prepare an assignment, but you are not ready to assign it since it is instant. You can go to Create Assignment, In the drop-down menu next to Assign, you can click Save Draft. So say I'm preparing this on Tuesday afternoon, but I don't want students to be able to see it until Wednesday during class. I can prepare everything. Then when I'm ready, I can go back to my drafts, open the assignment that's already been created, and then assign it when I'm ready. It will remind you that they will see it immediately. So if you've saved it as a draft, make sure you're ready to assign it when you want students to see it. This is the same stream that your students will see when they go to their stream to look for assignments and announcements. Over on the left, now that we've assigned assignments, you will see reminders of which assignments you've given out and when they're due. Up at the top, currently we are in our stream. There's also a Students tab. This will tell you who is in your class. This is also another place that you can find your class code. In the About, this is a good place to post any information that they might need reference to more than one time. For instance, if you're doing a project and they'll need a certain website, if you post it in the stream, it will get lost as you continue to post things. In the About section, it'll stay right there for instant access. You can also add other materials or attachments down here that they might need access to, for instance, a syllabus. Over on the left side of your About page, you should see your picture with your name and your email address that students will be able to contact you through. If you have a co-teacher or another teacher that you want access to the classroom, you can invite another teacher here. This screencast has shown teachers how to create a new class, give assignments, post announcements, and navigate the Google Classroom page.